This coming August 8 is not just another Friday. It is not just a number on the calendar. It is a moment, a doorway, a threshold, and most people will walk right past it, eyes open but not seeing, ears hearing but not listening, hearts beating but not feeling. They will treat it like every other day. They will brush their teeth, check their phones, scroll through meaningless content, and miss the silent invitation. But you don't have to. August 8 is not about the world outside. It's not about news headlines or weather forecasts. It is about you. The world inside of you. A shift is happening, a real one. And it doesn't announce itself with fireworks or noise. It doesn't wait until you're ready. It arrives whether you are or not. This Friday carries something powerful, but only those who are awake, truly awake, will feel it. What kind of life have you been living until now? How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How often have you looked in the mirror and seen the same person stuck in the same loop, whispering the same excuses? You are not here to repeat the past. You are not here to live numb. You are not here to waste your own potential. But here's the truth. You can't enter a new life with the same old mindset. Something must change. That change begins on August 8th if you're brave enough to let it. There are moments in life when the universe doesn't push, it pulls. It doesn't scream, it hums gently but persistently. This Friday is one of those moments. A subtle but massive opening. A shift. It is not about luck or fate. It's about alignment, about presence, about finally showing up for your own life without running, without hiding, without pretending. Most people sleep through their lives. They live on repeat. Wake up, work, consume, complain, sleep. Wake up, work, consume, complain, sleep. They don't stop. They don't question. They don't ask, is this really who I want to be? August 8 is not a day to continue that cycle. It's a day to break it. You don't need anyone else to give you permission. You don't need a sign from the sky. The signal is already inside you. That strange restlessness you've been feeling, that voice that says, there must be more than this. That tension in your chest when you think about the life you could be living but aren't. That's the shift beginning. That's the threshold approaching. If you feel stuck, this Friday is for you. If you feel numb, this Friday is for you. If you've been waiting for something, anything to remind you of who you really are, this is it. But it won't be handed to you. It won't force you. It will only offer. It will only open the door. You must choose to walk through it. Start by asking yourself one simple question. Am I living with truth? If the answer is no, then August 8 becomes the most important day of your life. Because now you know. And once you know, you cannot unknow. You cannot go back to pretending. You cannot go back to blaming others. You must face yourself. And when you do, don't run. Don't escape. Stay. Stay with the discomfort. Stay with the uncertainty. Because that's where the shift begins. Change doesn't come wrapped in comfort. Growth never arrives through convenience. It arrives through friction, through fire, through choice. This Friday is not a miracle. It is a mirror. It shows you who you've been and who you could become. You can either turn away or step closer. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for someone else to fix your life. This Friday is not about waiting. It's about not waking. You have everything you need, but you must be willing to let go of who you are, to make space for who you're meant to be. What you do on August 8 may seem small on the outside, but inside it can be the beginning of everything. A thought you finally challenge, a habit you finally break, a belief you finally question, a lie you finally stop telling yourself. That's the shift. That's the power. That's the point. If you feel resistance, good. That's how you know it's real. If you feel fear, perfect. That means you're standing on the edge of something that matters. But don't let that fear control you. Let it guide you. Let it remind you you're alive. You're capable. You're not too late. This Friday, stand still. Breathe deep. Ask yourself, What part of me have I silenced? Then listen, truly listen. And when the answer comes, don't ignore it. Don't delay it. Move, shift. Begin. The threshold is right in front of you. Not next week, not next year. This Friday, August 8th, the day your soul gets a chance to shake itself awake. The day the old you begins to dissolve. The day you stop surviving and start living. Don't miss it. This coming August 8th, your soul will speak. It won't shout. It won't beg. It won't force. But it will speak. And if you are too distracted, too numb, too busy pretending everything is fine, you will miss it. And missing this moment will cost you more than you realize. Because this shift, this invitation is rare. It doesn't come every day. And it doesn't wait forever. There is something inside you that has been whispering for a long time. A feeling, a knowing, a voice that says, this is not who you really are. This is not the life you came here to live. But most people push it down, silence it, cover it up with noise, with comfort, with excuses. They think they can outrun the truth. But on August 8th, you won't be able to. That voice will grow louder, not outside, but inside. It will rise from the quiet corners of your being and ask, are you ready now? The truth is, your soul is calling you, but it's not calling you to something easy. It's calling you to grow, to rise, to face yourself. And that's why many people ignore it, because it's easier to stay where you are. It's easier to pretend you don't hear anything. But you do. You feel it. You've always felt it. That weight on your chest, that tension in your body, that discomfort that doesn't go away no matter how much you distract yourself. That is the sign. This Friday is not just another day. It's a checkpoint, a moment of truth. If you ignore the call of your soul now, the distance between who you are and who you could be will grow wider, and that gap brings pain. A quiet, constant ache. That's what most people live with, not because they are broken, but because they ignored the one thing they should have listened to themselves. Growth is not found in comfort. Transformation is not born from ease. The shift coming this August 8th is not here to make your life easier. It's here to make you stronger, more awake, more aligned. It's asking for your attention, your awareness, your courage, not tomorrow, not someday, this Friday. There's something inside you that knows what you need to do, what you need to stop, what you need to stop, what you need to admit, but you've been putting it off. You've been saying, later, when I feel ready, when the time is right. But that time is not later. That time is August 8th. You were not born to live halfway. You were not born to live quiet, small, and safe. You were born with depth, with purpose, with something unique to bring into this world. But if you keep turning away from that call, you will suffer. And not because life is unfair, but because you are denying what is real inside you. When your soul calls, it does so with love, but also with intensity. It knows what you are capable of. It sees the patterns you're stuck in. It sees the fears you hide behind. And this Friday, it will challenge all of them. If you're listening, you'll know exactly what to do. If you're honest, you'll feel exactly where to begin. But if you ignore it, you will pay the price in stagnation, in confusion, in that dull pain that never seems to leave. Don't let this shift pass you by. Don't wait for another sign. Don't wait for someone else to tell you you're ready. You already know. You already feel it. The real question is, will you finally act? This Friday is not about perfection. It's not about suddenly fixing everything. It's about saying yes to the voice you've been ignoring. It's about choosing to face yourself instead of hiding from yourself, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it scares you, especially if it scares you. There is no perfect moment for transformation. There is only this one, right here, right now. August 8th, a day that may look ordinary to the world, but inside you, it holds everything. The choice, the fire, the beginning. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need a 5-year plan. You need presence, honesty, willingness. The rest will unfold. The universe is not asking you to be fearless. It's asking you to be real. So when that voice rises this Friday, listen. When the emotion surfaces, feel it. When the discomfort appears, face it, because this is how you return to yourself. This is how you begin again, not by force, but by listening. Your soul will speak. This time, don't ignore it. Not again. Not this Friday. You've waited long enough. You've silenced yourself long enough. The shift is here. Let it move you. Let it break what needs to break. Let it reveal what needs to be seen. That is how you grow. That is how you rise. That is how you finally live the life meant for you. It begins on August 8th. Answer the call. This August 8th, there will be no fireworks, no banners in the sky. No one will come to knock on your door and tell you that your life is about to change, because the message is not coming from outside. The message is coming from within. This Friday, something deep will try to wake you up, not for a moment, but for your whole life. This is not about fate. It's not about superstition. It's about awareness. This Friday, either you stay asleep or you wake up. That's the only real choice. That's the only thing that matters. And no one can make it for you. You either choose to rise or you choose to repeat. There is no middle ground anymore. People wait for signs, for perfect timing, for motivation. But life doesn't wait. Growth doesn't wait. And this Friday will not wait either. It comes with one message, Asia. Wake up. Wake up from the story you've been telling yourself. Wake up from the habits that keep you small. Wake up from the illusion that there will always be more time. There won't be. The truth is, most people are not really living. They are sleepwalking, going through the motions, numb, disconnected. Their bodies move, but their spirit is silent. Their routines function, but their purpose is forgotten. August 8th is coming to disrupt that, not in a violent way, but in a necessary way. It comes as a wave, and either you ride it or it crashes over you. The wake-up call isn't comfortable. It never is. It shakes your beliefs. It questions your routines. It exposes your excuses. But that discomfort is sacred, because without it, nothing shifts. Without it, nothing grows. This Friday is a chance, not for everyone, but for those who are ready. And if you're reading this, it means you're already being prepared. There are moments in life when everything can change, not because the world changes, but because you do. The lens you see through shifts. The way you move changes. The way you speak to yourself transforms. That kind of moment doesn't come every week. It's rare. August 8th is one of those rare moments. But here's the truth no one wants to hear. Most people will miss it. Not because it isn't there, but because they are not paying attention. They are too busy, too distracted, too caught in habits that kill awareness. They don't even realize they're asleep. They think they're awake because their eyes are open. But waking up isn't about your eyes. It's about your presence, your truth, your courage to see yourself honestly. This Friday, your life will offer you a mirror. What you see in that mirror, that's up to you. Will you see someone who is waiting for change to happen? Or someone who finally understands that they are the change? This is not the time to play small. This is not the time to keep lying to yourself. If something in your life feels wrong, it is. If something in you feels heavy, it's not by accident. The signal is here. And this Friday, it will be louder than ever. What does it mean to truly wake up? It means you stop running from yourself. You stop blaming the world. You stop numbing the pain. And instead, you face it. You breathe through it. You ask, what is this teaching me? You don't escape. You stay. You grow. That is the lesson of August 8th. If you want to change your life, you must start by waking up to the life you're currently living. Stop pretending. Stop delaying. The longer you ignore the call, the louder the consequences become. Emotional pain, restlessness, emptiness, they all build up when you ignore your own truth. But if you do wake up, if you choose to, everything begins to shift, not instantly, not magically, but with power. You begin to walk differently, think differently, speak differently. You begin to live as if your time matters, because it does. You begin to see that your energy is sacred, that your choices shape your path, that your life is not meant to be copied, it's meant to be created. This coming Friday, August 8th, is not just a moment in time. It's a message, a reminder, a command. Wake up, pay attention, look around you, look within you. Ask yourself, am I truly alive right now or just surviving? If the answer hurts, that's good. It means you're ready. You don't need to wait for more pain to finally change. You don't need to lose everything to wake up. All you need is honesty. All you need is one moment of clarity. This Friday could be that moment. If you allow it, don't go back to sleep, not this time. Don't numb yourself with distractions. Don't drown your awareness in comfort. Let the fire rise. Let the truth rise. You've been called. You've been chosen not by chance, but by the strength already within you. This is your signal. This is your time. This is August 8th. Wake up. Pain is not here to destroy you. Pain is a message, a signal, a reminder that something in your life has gone unnoticed for too long. This coming August 8th, that signal will grow louder. The discomfort you've been feeling emotionally, mentally, spiritually is not random. It is not a curse. It is a push, a wake-up call, a demand for you to stop pretending that everything is fine. Most people misunderstand pain. They treat it like an enemy. They try to numb it, avoid it, bury it under distractions. But pain doesn't go away just because you ignore it. In fact, the more you silence it, the more it builds, until one day it becomes impossible to ignore. That day is approaching. That day is this Friday, August 8th. You've been carrying things you haven't admitted. You've been avoiding choices that you know are overdue. The pain that rises now is not here to punish you. It's here to alert you. It says something is off. Something in your way of living, your way of thinking, your way of being is no longer aligned. It is not sustainable. It cannot continue. That tension in your chest, that heaviness in your heart, that anxiety before you sleep, those are all signs that your inner world is tired of pretending. This Friday, you will feel it. And how you respond will define everything. You can continue running. That is always an option. You can keep pushing through, acting like you don't feel anything, acting like pain is just something to deal with later. But later is now. There is no more waiting. There is no more room for excuses. August 8th is not asking for perfection. It is asking for presence, for courage, for honesty. The truth is, and you already know what needs to change. You may not know the whole picture, but you know enough. You know the patterns that keep you stuck. You know the thoughts that poison your peace. You know the choices that keep pulling you backwards. But knowing is not enough. Awareness without action is a trap. This Friday is your opportunity to break it. Pain is not weakness. Pain is your body and soul working together to guide you. When your knee hurts, it means you've pushed it too far. When your chest aches emotionally, it means your heart is carrying more than it should. When your thoughts spin endlessly, it means your mind has been ignored for too long. All of it is information. All of it is valuable if you listen. August 8th is not about fixing everything in one day. It's about recognizing that you can continue this way. It's about turning toward the pain instead of running from it. It's about asking, what is this trying to teach me? And then being still long enough to hear the answer. Growth doesn't happen without pain. Evolution doesn't come from ease. The discomfort you're feeling is the edge of your old self. That edge is sharp. That edge hurts. But it also marks the beginning of something new, something real, something powerful. If you are willing to sit in the fire, even for a moment, you will begin to transform. Stop pretending that numbness is strength. Stop acting like silence is peace. True peace only comes after truth. And the truth is, many of the things you tolerate are the very things that are killing your energy. The pain of change is nothing compared to the pain of staying stuck. You know this. You felt it. August 8th is the moment to act on it. The shift that's arriving this Friday will not be polite. It will not wait for you to be ready. It comes with one purpose, to push you out of the patterns that no longer serve you, not to harm you, but to free you. The only thing standing in the way of your next chapter is your unwillingness to let go of the old one. Pain is the key that unlocks that door. You've carried enough. You've waited long enough. And if you ignore the pain now, it will come back stronger. That's not a threat. That's a law of nature. What you resist will persist. What you avoid will chase you. But what you face will change you. So this Friday, when that ache returns, when the sadness hits, when the anxiety shows up again, don't distract yourself. Don't scroll past it. Don't silence it. Look it in the eye. Ask it what it wants. Let it teach you. Let it guide you. Let it be the doorway to the life you're actually meant to live. There is no growth without discomfort. There is no rebirth without a breaking. This is your moment. August 8th is not random. It is not small. It is the spark that can ignite everything. If you're honest enough to face the pain that's been trying to wake you up, you've been asleep in your own life for too long. And this Friday, life will ask you one simple question. Are you finally ready to feel so you can finally heal? The pain isn't here to stay. It's here to move you, to shake you, to wake you. Lekik. This coming August 8th, you will be tested, and it won't be easy. Don't expect peace. Don't expect comfort. Expect pressure. Expect tension. Expect resistance, because that is what real growth demands. That is what transformation looks like. Not soft, not smooth, but sharp, honest, and direct. You are being prepared for something higher. But first, everything weak within you must be revealed. There's a reason the road to change feels heavy. It's because you are carrying the weight of who you no longer are, the identity you've outgrown, the habits that no longer belong, the mindset that keeps you small. And this Friday, life is going to challenge all of it, not to punish you, but to strengthen you. Because without pressure, there is no power. Without trials, there is no transformation. You will be tested mentally. That voice in your head will try to convince you to give up. It will tell you you're not ready, that you should wait, that maybe this isn't the right time. But you have to understand that voice is not truth. That voice is the boundary of your old self trying to survive. And you're not here to survive, you're here to evolve. This Friday, August 8th, situations will rise that force you to make a choice, stay the same, or grow through the discomfort. You'll feel resistance. You'll feel emotional weight. You'll feel the temptation to turn back to the familiar. But those moments are not accidents. They are placed in front of you for one reason: to test the strength of your commitment to yourself. If you say you want a new life, then the old one has to be dismantled. And that process is never comfortable. But this is how life works. Growth is not given. It is earned through endurance, through courage, through presence. You may feel alone this Friday. That is part of the process. Transformation is not a group activity. No one can walk this path for you. You have to choose it. You have to carry yourself when things feel unclear. You have to be your own support. That's how you build internal strength, not by avoiding tests, but by facing them. People often pray for strength, for clarity, for change, and then they reject the very situations designed to build those things. But you can't become disciplined without chaos. You can't become focused without distractions. You can't become fearless without facing fear. The test is the training. August 8th is the gym. It is the fire. It is the mirror. Pay attention. The trials that come on this day will be disguised as problems, frustrations, setbacks. But beneath them, a deeper purpose is hidden. They are here to check if you are truly ready for what you say you want. The goal is not to break you. The goal is to reveal what still controls you: fear, ego, doubt, and to help you let go of those chains. You are not weak just because you feel resistance. You are not failing just because it's hard. You are being stretched, expanded, rebuilt. These tests are not the end. They are the beginning. They are the gate. between who you've been and who you are becoming. And no one passes through without challenge. So this Friday, when life puts pressure on you, breathe, don't panic, don't run, stand tall. Recognize it for what it is, a test, a spiritual, mental, emotional challenge that holds power, not to harm, but to unlock you. You don't grow by avoiding difficulty. You grow by learning how to stay present in it. Your old patterns will try to pull you back. They'll try to convince you that change isn't necessary. But you already know that's a lie. You've been feeling the need to shift for a long time. August 8th is simply bringing that feeling to the surface. It's not adding weight. It's revealing the weight that's already there. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get everything right. You just have to stay awake, stay honest, stay in the process. That's what matters. The breakthrough isn't something you wait for. It's something you earn by walking through the pressure instead of hiding from it. So don't fear the test, respect it. Understand what it's here for. This is your opportunity to shed the excuses, to dissolve the fears, to upgrade your standard. Most people will fail this test not because they're not capable, but because they don't recognize what it is. They think pressure means stop. It doesn't. It means as proceed with awareness. The only way out is through. The only way forward is within. And the only time is now. August 8th is not coming to entertain you. It's coming to shape you, to mold you, to sharpen you into someone who no longer waits for the right moment, but becomes the right moment. You've prepared long enough. You've waited long enough. And now the test arrives. Show up, not with fear, not with hesitation. Show up with presence, with intention, with the willingness to be broken open so that what is real can finally rise. This Friday is not a storm to run from. It is a storm to walk through, with your head high and your spirit ready. The test is coming. Let it come. Let it teach you. Let it build you into someone unshakable. This coming August 8th is not about being perfect. It is not about having everything figured out. It is not about pretending you are ready. It is about one thing only: presence, being fully here, awake, aware, honest, alive. And that is where the real shift begins. Not in perfection, but in presence. Many people spend their lives waiting to feel confident, waiting to have more time, waiting to heal, waiting for clarity. And because they wait, they miss the very moment that could have changed everything. They look for the ideal conditions, not realizing that life-changing moments never come perfectly wrapped. They come raw, unpredictable, demanding. And this Friday, August 8th, will be exactly that. You don't need to be perfect on that day. You don't need to arrive with all the answers. You don't need to show the world your strength. You need to be real. You need to feel what you've been avoiding. You need to see where you are without running, without judging, without explaining. Because presence is not about control. It is about acceptance. And from that acceptance, real transformation begins. On August 8th, something inside you will be stirred. You'll feel it, a restlessness, a moment of discomfort, a question rising that you've been too afraid to ask. That is not weakness. That is the signal. And if you are present, you will notice it. But if you are lost in the noise, you will miss it. You have been pulled in too many directions for too long. You've been told who to be, how to think, what to chase. You've been running toward things that don't fulfill you. And now you are exhausted, not because you are lazy, but because you are disconnected. This Friday is your chance to pause, not to fix, to feel, to return to yourself, to remember who you are when you are not performing for the world. The pressure to be perfect has destroyed more growth than failure ever has. It makes people fake their progress. It keeps them hiding behind masks. But growth doesn't need masks. It needs truth. It needs stillness. And August 8th is not about pretending to be ready. It's about being willing to face what you've been avoiding. Your life doesn't change when everything is in place. Your life changes the moment you are fully in it. Not halfway, not with doubt. Fully. right now, right here on August 8th, and that moment is closer than you think, but you have to be present enough to catch it. There is no perfect version of you waiting somewhere in the future. The version of you that matters most is the one that shows up this Friday, raw, honest, real. The one that chooses to face the discomfort instead of hiding behind excuses. The one that finally says, I'm done avoiding myself. If you keep chasing perfection, you will keep chasing forever. And every time a moment like August 8th comes, you will say, not yet, I'm not ready. But growth doesn't care about your readiness. It moves when it's time. And this Friday, it's time. You already have everything you need to take the next step, not the whole path, just the next step. You don't need a map. You don't need guarantees. You just need honesty and presence. That is all that's required of you this August 8th. The mind will try to complicate things. It will tell you to wait, to perfect, to gather more information. But your inner self, the real part of you, already knows what to do. The question is, will you listen? Will you trust it enough to act? Even if you're not sure what comes next, this Friday is not the finish line. It's the beginning, the start of a new relationship with yourself. One based on awareness, not illusion. One rooted in presence, not performance. You are not here to impress anyone. You are here to grow, and growth asks for your attention, your courage, your presence. Let go of the idea that you need to feel ready. Let go of the belief that others have it all figured out. Everyone is struggling with something. Everyone is learning. Everyone is being tested in silence. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be if you are willing to be present. So this August 8th, show up with all your doubts, with all your fears, with all your imperfections, and be fully there. Feel what needs to be felt. Let go of what needs to be released and say yes, not to the perfect version of your life, but to the real one, the one that begins when you stop pretending and start participating. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to have it all together. You just need to be here, to breathe, to choose, to take one small step, even if your voice shakes, even if your legs tremble. August 8th will not wait. The shift is already in motion. Either you move with it or you get left behind, not by the world, but by yourself. Choose to stay awake. Choose to stay aware. This moment will not return. The power of August 8th is not in what you do perfectly. It's in what you do consciously. Stay present. That is your only task. And from that, everything else will follow.